Hey everybody, Ray here. I have one of these Roomba vacuum cleaners. It's the Irobot i7, although I think this video would probably pertain to several of the different models. I noticed the other day when I turned mine over, it's getting pretty nasty looking. So I'm going to replace the rollers, the intake filter, and the brush on this Roomba unit to get it working perfectly again. If you think you'd like to know how to do this, stick around and I'll take you through it. And don't forget, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up for me. I always appreciate that. So when I flipped this over to look at it last night, one of the things I noticed was that this front wheel was very hard to pivot and very hard to roll. You can take your screwdriver and you can pry up each side of this wheel and it'll pop out of there very easily. And what I found was there was just all kinds of lint and dust all packed in under there from over the few years that I've used this and never cleaned it. So I cleaned all of that dust and lint out of there. And then you just put your little front wheel back in there. You'll hear it pop in. Once it pops in there, you'll see how free that rolls now and how much more freely that it pivots. So like I said, I got this kit from Irobot. And believe it or not, I ordered it last night and it came this morning. You gotta love Amazon sometimes. And I bought the official branded version of this replacement kit. It was $65, so it's not inexpensive. You can get it for $15, some Chinese knockoff. I don't know, it may work just fine. I usually play it on the safe side. I'm only going to do this every 2 or 3 years, so I went ahead and bought the name brand product. So we're going to replace the rollers today. We're going to replace the brush, and then we're going to replace the little intake filter. Now first we will replace the brush, and all you have to do is take a screwdriver and unscrew that screw. The brush will pop straight out. Now you can see under here, I think you can see anyway, all of this dust that was under that brush. Well, that was what I had under that wheel when I replaced that wheel. You'll also notice that I've been using the brush so long that it's kind of coated the edge here with its own debris. So what I'm going to do is get some alcohol and see if I can clean that off before I put the new brush on. So I've just got a shop towel, paper towel from the shop that I use, and I'm rubbing this area down here with isopropyl alcohol, and it's softening up that area. And then what I'm using just to kind of scrape it off is a guitar pick. Obviously, I might have a guitar pick or two around here. I would suggest that if you have to do the same thing, use something that's plastic. Don't use metal. You don't want to scrape this up. But if you use this piece of plastic, like I'm using the guitar pick, the alcohol helps soften it up, and then you can clean it off with the guitar pick, and then come back and finish cleaning the surface with the paper towel. And that should work perfectly. So I'll get that finished up. So I've cleaned this whole bottom surface off with that alcohol. And then I'm also looking at, if you push these wheels down here, you might see some lint caught up in those wheels. And while I'm here cleaning it, I'm just going to clean all that out as best I can. What I can't get out with my fingers, I'll loosen it up and I'll probably vacuum it. But they really look pretty clean, actually, other than just some lint that it's built up down there. So, if you're going to do it, you might as well just do it right and clean it all out today and get her done, as they say. Now it looks pretty clean. Now replacing the brush is just the opposite of where you put it in. There's a little Allen piece down there that it fits on, and then you just screw the screw down there, tighten it up, and your brush is now ready to go. The next thing we're going to do is replace these rollers. Now I already cleaned these out a little bit last night. They were really, really dirty. To do that, there's a little green button here. You just push that over and lift this up. And now your rollers will come out. So you just pick it up on one end, slide it out from the other, and look at what is wound up on the one side of this roller. Just look at that hair and dust that was rolling around in there. So that couldn't have been working very well. And then you just grab your other roller and take it out, and we've got the same situation on that roller. So even after I cleaned it out last night, I couldn't see all this that was wound up against the rollers. So once you've got your rollers out, then you can get in here and wipe out all your dust and everything that's in there. I'm just going to go ahead and use the alcohol because it's what I've got with me right now. It'll work just fine. And I'm just going to clean all that excess dust. Now, I'm not seeing a lot of debris in here other than the dust itself. So it's going to be a fairly simple process just to clean this out really quick. And we'll be ready to go. Okay, so we've got all that cleaned up. Now what we're going to do is put our new rollers in. Now, this is pretty simple and straightforward because you've got this gray piece here on one end and on the other end, and it turns freely. The drivers are on this side, and you've got a square, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you've got a hexagon on this side. And then what you want to do is just follow what it says. So it actually shows right in here the hexagon. So the hexagon one has to go in that side. And then it slips down in there. And then this side here is obviously just the opposite. It's going to be the square piece that fits in there. You just get that lined up. That square piece will fit in. And with a little bit of wiggling, there you are. And you put that down, and your new rollers are now installed. So to replace your filter, you just click and remove the trash bin container that you would normally empty out every time you use it. The filter is on this side. Simply grab your filter and slide it out. You can see there's a bunch of dirt in there where that filter is too. Look at all that coming out of there. And then just take your new filter and slide it in there. And you can see by the little tabs exactly how it fits. It's really easy to replace that. Then just slide it back in here, and you are ready to go. It has all been cleaned, new rollers, new brush, new filter. This thing ought to work so much better. So you're probably asking the question, well, Ray, how did it work? Well, I can tell you that we had just vacuumed the gray carpet upstairs in the bedroom areas the night before. But just for the heck of it, I took it back up after I cleaned it out and let it run again. I was amazed at how much it picked up. It filled up the receptacle, and when I dumped it out, there was quite a pile of dust and debris. It really did work much better. Hey, I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, don't forget, hit that thumbs up button for me. I always appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next video.